Last session, what we covered? Literals. So no questions with literals. So in the literals, if you see, in the integer literals, we always use what? Decimal only. We never use hexadecimal and octal. In floating literals also we use only, many times, majority of the time we'll be using which one? Standard notation. We don't use scientific notation. Character literal we don't use only. We use string literals and boolean literals. That's it. So even though we discussed it for a big time, at the end of the day, the usage of these literals is only very limited. Okay, but language goes on supporting it all the things, but we use very few things here. Clear? So next I'll move to the next topic now, operators. Okay, see, these are the support which has been tried by plenty of languages. All languages are trying to give the same support. What you are learning, these 8 things what you are learning now, no? 8 or 9, whatever. Okay, like keywords, operators, and literals, and all languages are trying to give the same support. But the difference is how good they are. What is the good support you get? Okay, in C language it's very tough. C is okay comparative to what? Other languages. But all are trying to give the same support. But Java is found to be very easy. Just you saw that now in 7 to 8 days, hardly within 7 to 8 days, almost all getting the full grip of the programming language now. Okay, so 2 more topics and done, and we can write any code here now. Only the 2 pending topics are which are now operators and control statements. So after that we'll start writing logic. It's so easy. Within 10 days you have completed the what? The syntax of Java and the basics of Java. Then OOPS will start. So it's one of the finest and easiest language. Both it is. Okay. So anyway, how good Java is, we'll start discussing that later again. But first let's go with operators. Okay, let's go with operators. The next topic now. It is the 7th one, no? It's the 7th one, right? Okay, operators. So operators. So next, Java has the list of, next point, right? Java has the list of following operators. Java has the, this is the heading, put next right the first point. Java has the list of following operators. How many operators are there in Java? Can you guess? First one, we'll see arithmetic operator. There are plenty of operators. Java is very rich. Java is very rich when it comes to operators. It gives you immense support for everything. Understood? So first thing what it is giving is arithmetic operators. What are the different arithmetic operators? Plus, minus, multiplication. Multiplication is nothing but star. Multiplication is nothing but star. Then division. Then modulus. So these are the 5 arithmetic operators. Plus, minus, multiplication, division, modulus. Then next, I got something called as relation. We'll take the assignment operator. The next one is assignment operator. So one by one you'll see, don't worry, just I'm writing it off for you now. Assignment operator. Equals is what? Assignment operator. Plus is equal to, minus is equal to, multiplied by is equal to, divided by is equal to, modulus is equal to. These are also assignment operators only. Okay, these are the different assignment operators, but this is the operator till now what we have used for assigning. These are also there, we'll see how to use them. But these operators are called as compound assignment operators. They are also called as, this is not called as a compound assignment, or this one are called as compound assignment operator. Compound assignment operator means they are using 2 symbols now. That's why they are called as compound assignment operator. Okay, 2 symbols are there, but actually it is one operator. Don't think plus is separate, equals is separate. They put both of them put together. It is one operator. Okay, don't think plus is separate, equals. You have to write it together there. So it's called as, that's why it's called as compound assignment operator. I'll list everything, then we'll start studying one by one now. Then the next one is relational operator. The next one would be relational operator. What are the different relational operators? Greater than, lesser than, greater than, equal to, lesser than, equal to, then comparison operator, then not equal to operator. So these many relational operators are there. Done? Then you have got next something called as logical operator. What are the different logical operators? And, or, not. And or not. This is two lines, and or not. The next, after logical, we will take increment and decrement operators. Increment and decrement operator. Again, don't think it is plus plus. Both put together, it is one operator. The next one would be ternary operator. Ternary operator, then new, then instance of. These are operators plus they are also keywords. These are operators also plus they are keywords also. So but write it in smaller, don't write space. Whenever you write a keyword, remember the rule, there should not be any space between any keyword. Okay, instance of, it's a single word. Don't write instance separately. When I say keyword, it should be in small and no space. Understood? So follow Java syntax when you are writing notes. Okay, so always follow Java syntax. Don't write in caps. Even if it is the beginning of the statement, don't write it in caps. Follow? The last one would be bitwise operators. So all the okay, see bitwise operators. This one, right shift, left shift, bitwise and, bitwise or, then negate operator, and last one would be exclusive or. Okay, negate operator and last one would be exclusive or. Right shift, left shift, and bitwise and, bitwise or. Okay, this one is one second, what it is. I'll give you the list later, don't worry. Bitwise not it is, negate, okay, bitwise not it is. But bitwise or, bitwise and, bitwise not, bitwise exclusive or. I'll give the details all later. So anyway, these are the different operators. So one by one start studying now. Okay, see, almost all these operators you know. You have studied where now? C language. So it will really help you now. It will really help you because you have covered all this in C, the same behavior here, no change. So very fast we can learn the language. So Java follows what? 100% C syntax itself. There is no change. Okay, hardly there are any changes between the syntax of what? Fact is 0% change. There is 0% change between the syntax of C and syntax of Java. There is hardly any change. Okay, so whatever you know in C now will pay off. So start learning one by one now. So that's why we call, see, always when you try to learn a new language now, you always look for what? User friendliness. And at the same time it should be very powerful also. And you can see how powerful the language is by giving you so many operators. Okay, it's very rich in all the operators. Okay, most of these operators are not there in some languages. Like example, increment, decrement operators are not there in some languages. Understood? So they are not rich. But Java is more user friendly and rich also. See, so many languages do not have this compound assignment operator. If you don't have, you have to write the code in complicated manner. We'll see it, like what benefits you get if you use these operators. We'll see it now one by one. But these are the advantages of Java's operators, rich operators. Take the first one now. Which one? Arithmetic operator. One by one you start studying. What is arithmetic operator now? Take the first one, heading arithmetic operator. Take the first one, arithmetic operator. Right. Arithmetic operators are used for doing what? Mathematical operations. First one, arithmetic operators are used for doing mathematical operations. Arithmetic operators are used for doing mathematical operations. Next point. When we combine, next point, when we combine arithmetic operator, with two or more operands, when we combine arithmetic operator with two or more operands, then it is called as arithmetic expression. When we combine arithmetic operator with two or more operands, then it is called arithmetic expression. Next point. The result of an arithmetic expression is The result of an arithmetic expression is integer value or floating value. The result of an arithmetic expression is integer value or floating value. Next, write all the points, then we'll discuss. Finished? The result of an arithmetic expression is a integer value or floating value. All arithmetic operators are binary operators. All arithmetic operators are binary operators. All arithmetic operators are binary operators. Except all arithmetic operators are binary operators except plus and minus. Write like this. Except plus and minus. All arithmetic operators are binary operators except plus and minus. Full stop, continue. These both are unary operators. These both are unary operators. See, binary, unary. I'll explain it to you, don't worry. These both are unary operators also. These both can be used. These both can be used as unary operator. These both can be used as unary operator also. Next, continue. Full stop, continue. Full stop, continue. When we use minus, write like this. When we use, put it in double quotes and write. When we use minus means this operator. When we use this operator with any operand. When we use this operator. When we use this minus operator with any operand, then it negates the value. Then it negates the value. Then it negates the value. Bracket you write. Changes it to negative value. Changes it to negative value. Next point. Plus is the only, put it in brackets. I have you write these operators now. Write like this. Plus is this operator. Is the only overloaded operator. Plus is the only overloaded operator among all the operators in Java. Plus is the only overloaded operator in all the operators of Java. Plus is the overloaded operator among. Plus is the overloaded operator among. Plus is the overloaded operator among all the operators in Java. Means, see, there are so many operators now. I'll be talking about overloading later. There is a concept called as operator overloading. Means I'll be discussing that. Plus you can, if you want in C++, you can make it do multiplication, division and all that. Operator overloading is not supported in Java. Okay, operator overloading is not supported in Java. Below this, you have written this now. Right there only on point. I'll be telling you later. Note, operator overloading is not supported in Java. You write. Operator overloading is not. Why we'll see it? Just write the points now. Supported in Java. You have written all these operators now. Below that only you write. Operator overloading is not supported in Java. Okay. Finished? Then you are told plus is the only overloaded operator in Java now. Continue there only. When it is used with numeric data types, continue there only. Plus is the only overloaded operator you have written now. There you continue. When it is used with numeric data types, then it performs addition operation. When it is used with numeric data types, then it performs addition operation. And when it is used with string, write string S caps. And when it is used with string, it performs concatenation. And when it is used with string, it performs concatenation. Full stop, continue. The JVM detects the data types. Full stop, continue. The JVM detects the data types and performs. The JVM detects the data types and performs the addition or concatenation operation. Performs the addition or concatenation operation implicitly. Performs the addition or concatenation operation implicitly. Below that also you write on note. I think you have written it, I think sufficient. Okay, now we'll start seeing all the points now, what we saw. What you have written now. So the first point what you have written is what? Arithmetic operators are used for doing what? Mathematical operations. Now you have studied mathematics throughout your life. You know what is addition, you know multiplication, what is subtraction and all that. If you want to do all that, you can use what now? Arithmetic operator. The language supports you with this now. Understood? Let's see now with an example itself. Class demo, public static void main, int a is equal to 3, int b is equal to 2. Now I want these two to be multiplied. Fine, you can do it. So if I want to multiply now, what will I do? A into b. This is called as what now? Mathematical operation. This is called as mathematical operation. This is called as mathematical expression. This is called as mathematical expression. When you start using the operator with multiple operands, these are called as operands, you know that na? This is one operand and this is one, this is what? Operator. Yesterday I told you all this, and this is one more operand. So this is operand, and this is the operator. Okay, so when you use an operator with one or more operands, it's called as what? One or more operands. When you use an operator with one or more operands, this entire thing forms what? An expression. This entire thing forms an expression. Okay, but this expression, to be very precise, it is called as arithmetic expression because we are using arithmetic operator. So the type of expression depends on the operator what you are using. The type of expression depends on the operator what you are using. So this is an arithmetic expression. And the result, the next point you have written, what is that? The result of an arithmetic expression is what? Integer or floating value. Depends on the data type what you are using. Depends on the data type what you are using. So if you really want to store this, you have to go for an int only. This is a perfect valid code now. Are you following this? So when you write expressions, you should know how to write it. It's basics. It's very normal basics, and this will help you a lot in future programming. You should not get errors now. Okay, and you know the auto promotion rules. Yesterday we discussed the auto promotion rules. If it is int and int, fine, they remain int. If it is long and int, int will be converted to long. If it is float and long, float will be converted to long. Byte and short, both will be auto promoted to int. These auto promotion rules you know now. So based on that result, you have to store it in what? But whatever it is, finally the result will be what? Either an integer value or floating value. But depending on what type of a value it is, range, size and all that, that data type you will use on the left hand side. Getting it now? Depending on what value you will be getting, that data type you will be using on the left hand side. Because range is also important now. Okay, if it is outside the range, then I have to go for what? Long. Are you comfortable with what is arithmetic operator? Similarly, I can do what? Multiplication, division, all that I can do. Okay, and by chance, see, here I am doing multiplication, value of C will be what? 6. But if I do division, what will be the value of, this is also arithmetic expression now. This is also arithmetic expression. If I do division, I am dividing int by int. Fractional value will be lost. Yesterday I showed you this. And the result of C will be what? 1. If you want the fractional value, then you should have chosen what? Float or double. That is your duty. So language works perfectly, but you should know what to use for programming. Understood? So if you want the fractional values and all, you better go for single precision or double precision. Language supports you brilliantly with all this. Are you clear with all this? This is arithmetic expression. And the expression can be bigger also. That time you can have what? Hierarchy of operators. Is this point clear to you? This is one operand, this is one operand. There are two operands and this is one operator. And the result is what? This result is what? It's a integer value or floating value. It will be definitely an integer or floating value. Integer or floating value. Definitely it will be one among that. So the result of an arithmetic expression is always these two. Don't try to store it in a boolean value or character value. That will become wrong. Are you clear with this? The result of this is always numerical value. That is, it can be either integer or floating. Any questions here? So then next point. We saw that, what is an, okay, if you want I'll go with a bigger expression. Shall I clear all this now? Okay, I'll write on big expression and then we'll check it out. Yesterday I gave you this, like I can say int, we'll take on big expression now. Yesterday I showed you all this. Byte a is equal to 1, short s is equal to 2. You can take any values, just to do operations here it will be easy. I am taking these values. You can take 100, 200 and all that. But just for me to do calculation here, to calculate for us it becomes easy. Short s int I is equal to 3. Then you have got long L is equal to 4. Then float f is equal to 5.0 f. Double D is equal to 6.0. These are the values. So you can form any big expression also, any big arithmetic expression also you can form. This is an arithmetic expression now. What you want to do with what, you decide. Now when the expression is getting evaluated, what will happen? Hierarchy of operators will come into picture. Hierarchy of operators. So hierarchy of operators is what? These three, see this, multiplication, division and modulo have the same hierarchy. Addition and subtraction have the, this is first, this is second. Addition and subtraction have the next hierarchy. So you tell what expression you want, we'll evaluate today. It will be perfect. What do you want to do with what? Tell fast. We will do multiplication of a into I. I'll multiply. Then we can go for what? Division of a into I is 1 second. I'll multiply a with or short with long. Yesterday I also did the same. Fine. S into L becomes 8. I'll divide it by what? Or will still multiply. S into L modulo 4 will take a modulus of S into L is how much? 2 4s are 8. 8 divided by modulus I'll take I. Result will be 3. Then I can do subtraction. I will subtract it with byte, plus I'll add it with what? All the operators you can take now. This is an arithmetic expression, valid arithmetic expression. Minus what you will do? Byte plus what? Add it with the float, and finally divide it with what? I think we'll add it with and we'll divide it with what actually? Divide plus f divided by double. Okay, we'll take this expression. Clear? So how it gets evaluated now? So what is the hierarchy of operators? In this expression, first it looks for these three operators: multiplication, division, modulo. So yes, but you know during an in an expression, what is going to happen? The data types get auto promoted. That's one more thing what you have to understand now. During an expression, the data types get auto promoted. So now there's an operation which is happening between short and long. First multiplication will happen. Okay, so this and this will happen first. So what is the operator? S into L is how much now? S into L is, S is 2 and L is 4. But short will take the form of what? It gets auto promoted to long. The result would be 8. First step this will happen, divided by I minus B. Internally it will be processed like this, plus F divided by D. Then what will happen now? Multiplication will happen, modulus will happen. 8 divided by I, how much is 3 now? 8 divided by 3 is what is the remainder? 2, correct, 3 2s are 6, remainder is 2. So, but which one? You are doing an operation between long and int now. When you are doing an operation between long and int, what happens? 8 is of type long now. 8 is of type long. So, int will get converted to long and the result would be 2, but it is of type long. Then minus B plus F divided by D. Okay, or I'll do one thing, man, because to make calculations easier, I'll divide double by float. It will become easy for us. Only for, because again I have to divide 5 by 6, it will go into full decimal. Plus D by F. So I'll do just change. Plus D by F. Okay, so then you have got 2 minus 6 plus F plus D. F is okay. Plus D by F. This is operation. Fine. So now we have got 2. 2 is of type what now? Long. 2 is of type long. Minus B now. Okay. Plus is there. And division is there. So addition and subtraction will not be performed now. Reason is what? One more is pending now. First division will happen. Okay. So it will happen like this. 2 minus B plus. The result would be what? Double value, because you are dividing float with double. 6 by 5 is how much? 1 point something it will come. 1 point approximately 1.2. Okay, so plus 1.2. Okay, then it has to do addition and subtraction. Okay, it's not that first my addition will happen and subtraction will happen. Don't apply BODMAS rules here. Don't apply this. Don't apply BODMAS, because here in BODMAS what will happen, always first addition will be performed. Here nothing like that. Both have the same hierarchy. So which one comes first, that will be evaluated. Here also the same thing was happening. Division was not happening. First which was happening? Multiplication was happening. Understood? So don't apply the BODMAS rules here. Both all have the same hierarchy here. Means these three, the multiplication, modulus and division are all having the same hierarchy. So now subtraction happened. 2 minus byte, that is 1. So byte will get auto promoted to what now? Long. Minus, sorry, L plus 1.2. Now long will get auto promoted to what? Long will get auto promoted to double, and the final result would be 2.2. That you can store it in what? Double set. You want me to type and show this, or you can understand? But somewhere I have made some calculation mistake. You understand? But this will be the output now. Are you clear with this? Huh? So if by chance if you want to increase the hierarchy now, then you can use the braces, parenthesis you can use. So here see, I want subtraction to happen first, or multiplication, or this actually this multiplication is happening now first, but I want the division to happen first, or something like that. I want to change the order now. So that time you can use the braces like this. That time you can use the braces like this. Are you clear with this? Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? No questions? Hierarchy of operators, auto promotion rules. If you want to change the hierarchy, then you can go for braces. That parenthesis you put, automatically it will start applying that to you now. So but anyway, see, this is a big arithmetic expression now. This is a big arithmetic expression now. What you are seeing is a big arithmetic expression now. And the result, I just wrote it for you like how it will be happening, but finally you will be storing it in one double. If you really want to store it in byte or short, you have to typecast. So minimum short int and all, they get short byte and all, they get promoted to int, or it will be taken to the higher side. Higher side means the other operand. It depends on the other operand. If both are equal, both will by default they'll get auto promoted to int, byte and short. But byte, short and int. See, by default byte and short, if you are using only both of them, it will get converted to int. But these three, byte, short and int, when you are using them with other operands, it will get auto promoted to the higher side. Are you clear with this? Okay, shall I clear all this now? Okay, the next point you wrote something there. What is that? If you use minus, what is the next point you wrote? I told you that. Okay, the next point what you saw was plus and minus are what? Unary operators. Others are all binary operators you wrote. Let's understand what are those operators. I'll clear this now. See, generally, see this now. First understand the meaning of what is a binary operator. Int A is equal to 10. Int B is equal to 5. C is equal to A plus B. See, I want to use this operator. Which operator? Addition operator. But for using this addition operator, I need how many operands? Compulsory I need 2 operands. Otherwise I can't do addition. I cannot do addition. Understood? So that is why this operator is called as what? Binary operator. An operator which requires 2 operands is called as binary operator. First understand that. So an operator which requires 2 operands is called as binary operator. Understood? An operator which requires a single operand is called as unary operator. I'll give you examples for that also. Okay, so right now we are seeing binary operators. Later on we'll see unary operator also. Like plus plus, minus minus, they are all what? Unary operators. I'll come to that topic. But these are arithmetic operators are all these multiplication, division, modulo and all are what? Binary operators. But these two are unary operators also. Let's see how the unary form of it. If you use it with single operand, what happens? We'll see it now. Are you clear with this? So this is what? Binary operator. Similarly, if I say C is equal to A minus B, see they are getting used as what? Unary operator. Sorry, this is used as binary again. This is used as binary. Leave binary, you know, it's not a problem. Let's see now if I the unary form of minus. So next take another example now. See this. int x is equal to 5. Okay, int y is there, is equal to 0. Now just see this. I'll say y is equal to x means what will happen? SOP xy, what will be the result? Both will print 5 and 5. Valid, no? But if I say minus x, the value of y will be what, you know? Minus 5. The value of y will be minus 5. Are you clear with this? So this will be 5 now. This will be minus 5. Just one minus will change it now. So that's what I told. It negates the value, or it gives a negative value. But see, don't think x is getting modified. X is not getting modified. X remains as it is, 5 only. But while assigning the value from this side to this side, while assigning the value from right hand side to left hand side, it assigns a negative value to y. X is not getting modified. Okay, but right now this is a unary operator now. That operator is using how many operand there? Only one. So it's called as unary operator. Understood? This is a good example for what now? Unary operator. This is binary. Here you are using, see, this is here minus is binary, acting as binary, but here it is in the unary form. So that's the difference between binary and unary. So you can use all like this. See, these are very simple questions, but they cost you your interview. They cost your interview actually. Sometimes you will not get selected because of these silly reasons. But it's very clear. X is not getting modified. See, SOP x is 5 only. SOP x remains as 5. But the value when it's giving, when you see, you know, we are using an assignment operator here. Anyway, assignment operator is next. I'll be covering that. But when you are assigning the value from right, when you use the assignment operator, value will be always provided from right hand side to left hand side. So x is actually 5. It negates it and then it will give it. But here we are not saying assignment and all. Our concentration is how minus has been used as a unary operator. Understood? You should focus on that. In this example, you focus on that. Do you have any questions here? Yeah, it negates the value. Then what is the next point you saw? Plus is the only overloaded operator. All the points what you wrote now, just I'm giving examples for that. Understood? Whatever points you wrote, I'm giving you example for that. Simply theory you will understand. Theory can be understood only with the help of what? Examples. So I'm giving the examples for that. Shall I clear all this now? Do you have any questions? So I'll teach you now plus overloaded plus operator. Understood? We'll see the overloaded plus operator. Shall I clear all this? Okay, see this now. Int A is equal to 10. Int B is equal to 2. Fine. Okay. So now see, I am using A plus B. I am using what operator here? Plus operator. You know, now it becomes what? Arithmetic expression. Why it becomes an arithmetic expression? Because the operands are of type numeric type. The operands are of numeric type. So that's why this becomes a arithmetic expression. Because both the operands are what? Numeric. This is one operand. This is one more operand. And this is the operator. So this one operand, and this entire thing forms one arithmetic expression. The result of an arithmetic expression is what always? Integer value or floating value. And I store it in what? Int C. Highly valid code. Okay, but the same, see this side, we'll compare now. String S1 is equal to 10. Now see, 10 I am putting in double quotes. So obviously it becomes what? String. Yesterday I saw literals now. If you put anything in double quotes, what happens? It becomes a string. Very interesting now. String S2 is equal to 20. Alright, okay, you can take 20 or anything, no problem. Fine. Now I'll say S1 plus S2. The same thing I'm using here. What I'm using? The operator is what now? This is the operator. This is what? String value. This is not numerical value. This is string value. What is this now? String value. So here what happens? Plus operator has been overloaded. Now what is overloading now? That's the question now. So overloading means only one thing having multiple behaviors. Same thing having multiple behaviors. In one context, behavior will change. Understood? So overloading means having many forms, simple words. But overloading is a big subject which I'll be teaching you later. Right now, because that comes under OOPS concept. I am not teaching you OOPS now. I'm just focusing on the operator. Okay. So in C++, there's an advantage, means they have provided you a mechanism. They have provided you a mechanism. You are having your operators now plus. See, when I write this operator, blindly you tell me if the result is what? 12. Because 22 years throughout your life, you have studied now, from LKG to engineering. You studied plus as what? Addition only. Supposingly if the result is 20, will you agree? If I say the result is 20, will you agree? Nobody will agree. Blindly when anybody sees plus, what will they say? The answer is 12. So we are addicted to this kind of syntax, and throughout your life you have learned like this. But C++ changed this. They said a plus can be modified. The behavior of plus operator. The behavior of plus operator is what? To do addition. The behavior of plus operator is to do addition. But in C++ you can modify the behavior of this and change it to what? Doing multiplication. And in C++ the result what you can expect can be what? Anything. If it is multiplied, what is the result? 20. In 2 lines you are having so much of confusion. Imagine you are having 10,000 lines of code. How much of difficulty you will face? Understood? So in fact you can change the behavior of plus to multiplication, division, anything there. So you should be very careful in C++ because you can't predict the result there. Problems will start off. Understood? So on what grounds? See, when they were inventing that language, they thought operator overloading will be a beautiful concept. They gave the support. But later on it was a nightmare for the developer. Nightmare. Developers were not able to code properly. Okay. So that was a big difficulty. But with what intention they gave, we don't know. But they had their own intentions, but developers were finding it very difficult to use it. Okay. And it was becoming very difficult. That's why what did Java do is, it removed the concept of operator overloading. They didn't allow it. They removed it. But they themselves are overloading. Who? Some people or language people are themselves overloading only one operator. There's so many operators here. None of them have been overloaded. Only one, they are only overloading. Okay, it will change, the behavior will change. See, if it is int and int, it will do what? Addition. But if it is string and string, it will do what? Concatenation. String and string, it will do concatenation. This result where you store now? String, S3. Understood? I cannot store it in int. This is not a arithmetic expression now. That's what I was telling you. That is arithmetic expression because the operands were of type numerical. And it will yield what? The result will be numerical value. Either a integer value or floating value. But here the result is what? Not float or integer value, string value. And the result, SOP, S1, S2, S3, if you print, what will be the result? Predict the result now. Yeah, most important interview question, this one. 10, 20. Huh? 1020. You can't do the addition here. It will do concatenation. String with string, concatenation. Int with string also, concatenation. So it is the JVM which detects. JVM detects this during runtime. It will detect. If both operands are of type numeric, you are telling, no, you are declaring it. Int, then it will do addition. If this is string, it will do concatenation. They are themselves detecting it. Depending on the type of operand getting used here, it will be doing either concatenation or it will be doing addition. Clear this? Depending on the operand getting used. Clear this? Now, no, I want to add these two numbers. That's my requirement now. First I'll ask you this question. You will predict. What will you tell? The result is this. But next the interview will continue. Now I want to add the two numbers. How will I do it? You have to convert that string value to what? Integer value, and then do it. So how do you convert the string value to integer now? Typecasting is not possible. Okay. So there's some other this thing is there. I'll be teaching you this later. Don't worry. So we'll continue the code here. So what will happen is now, continue it here. So we write, see this, int x is equal to integer dot parse int of s1. Now integer is a built-in class. It's in the library. This is a class. When I write caps, notice integer dot, okay, parse int, it's a method. Don't worry because I have not taught you oops class and all that. Okay, class object I have not taught you all that. Later on I will be covering. Just see, sometimes, many times you will be having a requirement to convert string to int like this. You will have a requirement. So that time what you have to do now? You have to write the code. So Java says don't write the code. We give you in the library. Just call the method or function. Method means function. Just call the function. It will directly convert it into integer and give it to you. That's it. So x is having the same value 10 only, but now it is of numeric type. S1 is also there. S1 did not get modified. S1 remains 10 only, but it is string format. It's a string value. But X is what? Numerical value, integer value. So now say int Y is equal to integer dot parse int of S2. And you can write int Z is equal to X plus Y. SOP Z will print you 30. Understood? You can print all the values now if you want. SOP X, Y, Z. At the same time you print what? SOP S1 and S2 plus S3. All the three you print. It goes on assigning. See this. S1 remains as it is. So it will be 10. This will be 20. S3 is what? 1020. Nothing has changed. Only I changed means the value in S1 I converted to int and gave it to X. Now X will have 10, but it's in numeric type. So here it was doing what? Concatenation. The same 10 and 20 only. Here it is doing what? Concatenation. But the same in 10 and 20 here they get added. Addition will happen. Same 10 and 20. Understood? Anyway, string is a big subject which I will be covering later in depth. String is a very big subject which I will be covering later. I am not talking about string more here. I am more focusing on plus operator. My concentration is, don't divert the concentration. We are concentrating on the plus operator. We are concentrating on operators, remember that. I am not talking on string more now. Okay, string itself is a big subject. Clear? I will talk about strings later. My focus is operators here. Do you have any questions here? So this is one thing and you can see this one now. You got this flow now? So you continue like this. Are you clear with this? Shall I type you and show all this now? We'll see the output of this now. Clear? Any questions you are having? Okay, first I'll type and show. If you have any questions, you ask there only. I'll execute and show it to you. Clear? I'll clear now? So this almost all completes what? Arithmetic operators. Only plus is the overloaded operator. Don't say S1 into S2 here. If you use with string, if you write S1 divided by S2 it will not work. Compilation error. Compiler will detect. Compiler will detect. How can you divide a string by string? Understood? Compiler can detect all this. It will give you error. And don't look for semicolon that time. So your basics are very important because when you start coding now, this will help you a lot. So almost all you are seeing now, it follows what? C syntax itself. Nothing changed. Okay, class arithmetic operator demo. Give good names and you can save it there. Java examples, core Java. New, what is the topic today? 6 operators. Done? And save it now. .java. One second, I think I made a spelling mistake. Arithmetic. Yes. First check whether the program works. It works fine. Then next it executes. No issues. Fine. Let's start coding now. First int a is equal to 10. Int b is equal to 20. Int c is equal to a plus b. So what is this expression now? Arithmetic expression, because I am using a arithmetic operator. So you look at the code itself, almost all you should start predicting the output now. You should not wait for the compiler to give errors and all that. Understood? As soon as you see the code, you should know where is the error now. System.out.println, you can print. See here also, in fact, I am using plus operator. Notice. So what is happening here? This is string and this is int. So it will do concatenation. Understood? It will do concatenation. So see this now. This is one of your most important question they'll ask. It is there in SCJP exam also. You know SCJP exam now, all these questions will come up there. Anyway, it's a very simple output. Here it doesn't matter for you. 10, 20, 30 it prints. But the same here, it becomes very interesting. 1 second. Value of A, comma B, comma C is, see this, as A plus B plus C. Very interesting. What will print? All the three in one line. 10, 20, 30 it prints. Yes or no? But if you want space, you can use what? Escape characters. A slash T, B slash T. It's printing 10, 20, 30, but together it is printing. There's no space. And giving space here will not matter. See here, this space will not matter. White spaces will not be considered. White spaces. Okay, you should use for that what? Slash T is anything like that. Okay, but see this is a very interesting output now. I'll remove this string here. Here what was happening now? See, this is how it works. This string gets appended with what? First A. This string gets appended with A. Then it will append, that string is appended, string and A will become what? String. That string with B becomes what? String. That string with B becomes what? C becomes what? String. But see, I can change the behavior. If I put on brace, what will happen now? It will print 10 and 30. Sorry, 10 and, okay, I'll do like this. I'll put the brace here. See this. It will print 30 and 0. Yes or no? A plus B is what? 30. C is what? 0. So first this operation will happen. First this operation, because you are increasing the hierarchy. So first this means among the 3 plus, I want this to happen first. So it will become 30. Then that will be appended to what? Value of ABC. That result will be appended to what? C. Are you following how it works? See the result. What is the result? What is the error? So 30 and C is also 30. Okay, we have done addition here now. Okay, sorry. We have done addition for C also there. I thought I had initialized it to 0. So it is 30. Clear? Okay. Then this is also done. So then say one more interesting, you'll see. See there it works like that, but here say I'll remove the string only. Now it's a very interesting output. I want to print the value of ABC. If you print like this, what happens? It will add and print. 10 plus 20 plus 30, 60 it will print. Yes or no? So you are getting the reasons why it will print 60 now? A value is what? 10. B value is what? 20. What is the value of C here? 30. So all will get appended. Sorry, not appended, or it will get the addition will be performed. So when you see like this, you can predict the output. But here, you should understand how it's working. Understood? Clear this? So be careful. These are plenty of tricky questions will come here, along with slash T, slash N. Okay, in say all these are operators which will be asked for you in which one? SCJP. Small questions, and same SCJP question will come what? When you go to Java interview. Don't neglect them. I'm just showing you and giving an overview of this. Plenty of examples you'll find. Plenty. Clear? Okay. Anyway, here what was it doing? Addition. Let's see with string now. So now, will it compile? Will it compile? No, why? You are giving numerical value. It's a literal value now. It's a literal value, but it's of type numeric. You are trying to give it to what? String. So you get the error. So you should not make such kind of mistakes. Incompatible type. So what you have to do now? If you really want to give 10 to string, put it in double quotes. Or you use int. You are making the mistake. Yes or no? Compiler tells you, means it's identifying it. Because you will not get problems during runtime. Beneficial for us now. So that's how you have to learn programming. Clear? Think and code always. Simply don't code. First line should be this, second line should be this. I already started teaching you how to program now. Okay, tomorrow I'll start writing logics. So practice like this itself. So now anyway, I'm not printing anything here. If you want, we can print. We'll print it now. So I'll write string S3 is equal to S1 plus S2, and value of S1 is plus S1. So what will be the output now? This is one string, this is another string. See here how the appending goes on. Here both are strings, it will append or concatenate. Here also concatenation is happening. This is one string, but it's a literal string. Literal string means, what is literal string? Value of S1 is literal plus S1 is a variable, but it's of type string. Both will get appended. Understood? So anyway, what is the result now? What you are expecting is correct. It prints 10, 20, 10, 20, 1020. Everywhere it goes on appending. See, this is itself one string. Now S3 is also a string. It will append. But its value of S3 is 1020, not 30. Now see, the runtime environment detected now. This is string, this is string. So what did it do now? Concatenation. If it is intended, it will do addition. If it is string and string, it will do concatenation. So like that. Fine, next. I want to add them. So what will I do? Int x is equal to what? Integer. It's a library. I'm using the library here. Don't bother too much about that. Just understand. See, integer, right? It's getting highlighted. It's a class. Parse int. Look at the syntax. P is small, I is caps. The naming convention you know, no? So obviously it's a method. What is the argument I'll pass? S1. So now same, you can write for what? S2 also. So it doesn't mean that S1 and S2 are getting modified. That value will be taken, converted to int and stored in x and y now. So now you can do the addition. And you can print value of z, x, y and z is. You can print all the three. I'll print all the values now. Value of what? X, y, z along with x, y and z. Plus I'll print what? These three values also I'll print. It shows you it is unmodified. S1 and S2 remain same. They are not getting changed. So here you can, what is the output? You can see 10, 20, 30. This will be what? 10, 20, 1020. Perfect. You can sit and compare now. First time it prints what? S1 is 10, first time. S1 10, 20, there the three lines. Then these three lines. XY is 10, 20, 30. Then again I am copied and pasted the same three lines. You print here this one. Are you clear with this? Any questions?
The string has a character or a different special character, then what will happen?
String has special character. Fine. I'll put what? Ampersand, negate, positive, all will put. And we'll see only the output of what? It is alphanumeric. You can give anything, any special symbols, no issues. You should have worked with yesterday's basics. I told you, no, string S1 is equal to, give all the value. It will, and SOPS, first you print S1. See, first you understand the output here. It will print as it is. Same value will be appended to what? S2. See this. So 10 is that, 20 it will print, and after that S3 is what? S1 has got appended with, concatenated with S2.
My question was, will we pass it to integration?
So his question is, see, by chance if this is the string value and if I pass it as this one, if I pass it here, a very good question actually, it will not work. You will get some exception. String can be converted to int provided it's a fully qualified numerical value. A string can be converted to int. Means you cannot say string S1 is equal to hello, string S1 is equal to hello and convert it to int. Understood? Anyway, string is a big topic, I told you. I'll be covering that later. You'll get something called as number format exception. I'll show you, just see this. So see this. I am trying to, I'll put it here. I'll put this line here. And I'll try to print value of xs also. I'm just printing all the values. And this topic will come back, very powerfully it will come back later. So he wants to parse part now. Let's not bother about other output. I'll comment everything, just see only two output here. We are having string s1 and are you clear with this? I'm commenting everything, notice. I'm having a string which is of type this value. Some junk value, or you can take, even instead of this you can take what? Hello also. It cannot be converted. All are same. Okay, now this I am trying to parse it to what? Int. It will not happen. Clear? Compiles. Number format exception. Program will terminate. Exception occurs. Understood? So I will be teaching you all this later. This is related to exception handling. That's why I am not focusing on string now. Since you asked the question, I give the answer. Okay, I will give you some number format exception. So when you are parsing means when you are sending the string argument here, compulsory that string should be having a numerical value. Understood? So are you clear with this? So when you are parsing now, means when you are converting a string to int, string s is equal to hello or s1 is equal to hello, it's in double quotes now. It's a string, but I can't send this value to what? You'll get number format exception. It cannot be converted. How can hello be converted to int? Many only think. But the same if this is s1 is 10, definitely it will convert. So if you want to be careful when you're passing string to integer dot parseInt function, it should have a compulsory numerical value. Only then it will convert. Clear? Okay. Anyway, string will leave. Don't bother about string. Concentrate on what? Addition operator, plus operator. String itself is on big topic. Any questions here?
Can we convert a character into after parsing?
Anything can be converted. Data conversion we'll see later. From one format you can convert to another format. I'm not talking about what now? Data conversions. I'm mainly concentrating on what? Operators. Any questions on operators you can go on asking, no problem. Otherwise you'll get confused. The topic will be deviated. Understood? So the topic will be deviated. So that's the reason focus on only operators. Clear? Many things are there to learn. All cannot be covered in single day. Okay. So then I think this much of basics for arithmetic operator is sufficient for you. Negating you understand? Okay. One more thing. This negating is very interesting again. Like suppose if I have int a is equal to minus 5 itself, and if I say int b is equal to minus a, SOP b, what will be the result? Positive 5. It will negate it. Minus is a unary operator. Whatever value is there in a, it will negate it, means it will make it as negative. It will multiply it by minus 1. That's it. It will multiply it by minus 1 and gives it to b now. That's it. Clear? Any questions? You want to see that output also? No? Yes sir? Everything you want. What will you do there? So now see int b is equal to, only I'll give a. I'm just printing only one value now. System dot out dot println. Just I'm giving one value. What is that? B I'll print, or I'll print both a and b. Done? So now say, first I'll just give the value of a as it is. So what will be the value of a? A is minus 5, b is also minus 5. Now I'll give minus a. So when you are doing this, it will be multiplied by minus 1. A value will be multiplied by minus 1. So minus into minus of 5 is how much? Plus 5. Minus 1 into minus 5 is plus 5. That value will be given to b now. So b will print you plus 5. Okay, so then but by chance, see, If A is minus 5, positive 5, B will become minus 5. Done? Are you clear with this? I think sufficient. Any other questions you are having here? So all the points what I have written, I have explained. Unary operator, binary operator. Unary operator means single operand. Clear? Any other questions? No? Okay, take the next heading now. Which one? Which one? Assignment operator. Take faster. Assignment operators are used to assignment operators are used to assign value from right side operand to left side operand. Assignment operators are used to assign value from right side operand to left side operand. Assignment operators are used to assign value from right side operand to left side operand. All assignment operators are binary operators. All assignment operators are, next point, all assignment operators are binary operators. Next point, when you are using the assignment operator, both the operands should be of the same type. When you are using assignment operator, both the operands on the left side and right side. When you are using assignment operator, both the operands on the left side and right side, both the operands on the left side and right side should be of the same type. Yeah? When you are using assignment operator, both the operands on the left side and right side should be of same type. Next point you write. If at all you have a requirement, to assign one type of a value to another, then you have to do typecasting. Provided both the data types are compatible. Full stop, continue. Casting can be implicit or explicit. Full stop, continue. Casting can be implicit or explicit. Okay, let's see the assignment operator now. So first point what you have written, assignment operator is used to assign the value from right side operand to left side. Let's see this now. Say int a is equal to 2. Here actually I am using already assignment operator. Yes or no? 2 is an operator. 2 is an operand. Literal value it is. 2 is a literal value. But to assign the value of 2 to a, what did I do? I am using assignment operator. This is assignment. Okay. So here if it is not clear, see more clearly you will understand. Int b is equal to 0. Now I want to give the value of a to b. So how will I give it? Assignment, no? Yes or no? So if you want to give the value from right side operand to left side operand, what will you use? Assignment operator. Correct? And both data type should be what? Both the operands should be of same type. You cannot give integer value to character, integer value to boolean. They should be compatible. They should be of same type. But next point I told one more thing. Sometimes you want to store one value into another type. Okay, that time you have to do what? Typecasting. Yes, agreed. But typecasting doesn't mean that you can cast anything into anything. Provided they are compatible, you can do typecasting. You know the typecasting rules now? I have covered the typecasting rules. How you can, means only numerics can be typecasted. Float to double, double to byte, byte to short, anything you can typecast. Understood? You cannot typecast numeric to boolean, boolean to character. That and all is not possible. So only when they are compatible you can do typecasting. Only when they are compatible you can do typecasting. See now byte I can type, see int I can typecast to what? Value is what? I want to typecast A now. So I will write like this. Byte of A, valid. Directly I can't give to what? Byte Z is equal to A is error. Why? You are trying to give 32-bit to 8 bits. You know, this is the requirement. I covered enough of typecasting, but still if you want, I'll highlight it once again. Just see this. See, I want to give the value of what? Byte Z is equal to A. I want to assign the value of A to Z. I am using assignment operator. I am using it. But the problem is, the type of value is correct. The size of value is the problem. Type is correct, range is correct, everything is correct. But to assign, what is the operator you have to use? Assignment operator. I know it's not possible. But if I am interested, here I can do typecasting. Here I can do typecasting and store. Okay, casting can be implicit or explicit. Now supposingly here it is explicit, I have to do. I have to do like this. This will not work. But the same int value I want to give it to long. Long L is equal to A. Here it is implicit. So if you want to give the value from one operand to another operand, first they should be compatible. If you want to give the value of one operand to other, they should be compatible and they should be of same type. Understood? If they are same type, directly you can give. But sometimes you might get a requirement to give it into another type. But there you will be doing typecasting. Again, when you are doing typecasting, you should remember that. You cannot typecast anything to anything. So this assignment operator is a very powerful operator. Don't neglect this. First, always see what is there on the right hand side. The same value will be assigned to the variable on left hand side. Be careful with this. Because generally when you see programs like this, you rush fast and you start predicting the output. You will not get the output properly. Reason is, you have rushed there. So whenever it's, in fact, for the developer, assignment is a caution mark. In fact, for the developer, assignment operator is what? Caution mark. You have to pause there once and check always what is getting assigned. Okay, when you see this, caution means what? Stop. See what is happening. Then you proceed to the next line. Else you will not be able to predict the answer later. Understood? That's a caution mark for the developer, in fact. Assignment, so important it is. Are you clear with this? Then next, these are the assignment operators. Then next, you know equals, but let's say plus equals now. The other compound assignment operators we'll see. Equals assign means this is, we don't call it as equals here. Symbol is equals. The symbol is equals, but it is doing the operation of what? Assignment operation. Symbol is equals. See, this is the symbol, but it does what? Arithmetic operation. This is the symbol. It does what? Subtraction. Similarly here, equals is the symbol, but we call it as equal symbol. But it is not checking equality. It is not checking equality, but it is doing assignment operation. Equality is done with what operator? You can check equality. Language supports you that. But with this operator, that we'll see next. It is called as relational operator. That we'll be seeing next. But this is only assigning the value. It never checks for equality here. Understood? So then we'll see these other compound assignment operators. What are they? Clear? This is clear for you now? Typecasting and all I have covered intensely. No problem with that. So see this. There's a value called as x now is equal to 5. I want to increment the value of x by 2. Or let's say 3. I want to increment the value of x by 3. So what is the code you write? X is equal to x plus 3. So what is exactly happening? See here, x is there, one memory is there. The value, what is the memory in x now? It will be 32-bit. I can't write, I'm just writing last 8 bits. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more you put 8. So index starts from 0 only. Fine, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like that 32 bits will be there. And you know 5 is represented in this way. Rest all will be what? 0. Now when I say this x plus 3, what happens? First right hand side will get evaluated. That's what I told. When you see assignment operator, it's a caution mark. Don't see anything on left hand side. X is already having a value. X is already having a value of what? 5. But leave that. First see. First right hand side will be considered. What is the value of x here? 5. plus 3, what will happen? 8. And that new value is now assigned to the same variable. The new value is now getting assigned to the same variable. Understood? We'll assign it. And once it is assigned SOPX will print what here? 5. Here what it will print? 8. So it gets modified here. So how is 8 represented in binary? 2 4s are 0, 2 2s are 0, 2 1s are. 1 followed by 3 zeros now. Correct? Huh? So here only it will modify. Here only it will modify. No error. So it will be like this. But if you want 8 also and 5 also, then what you should have done? I want 8 also and 5 also. What will you do now? I want both the values. Huh? You have to use another variable. That's all. Instead of saying x is equal to x plus 3, what you should tell? Int y is equal to x plus 3. 8 will be stored in y, 5 will be stored in x. That's up to you. But that was not my requirement. My requirement was not y is equal to x plus 3. My requirement was what? I wanted to increment the value of x by 3. I didn't want to add x with 3. If you want to add x with 3, you can do this and store it in another variable. But my current requirement is I want to increment the value of x by 3. So that time, this is the way you will write. Okay, but here, see, what all problem? This is what the problem is. It's a lengthy expression. It's a lengthy expression, and even performance also will degrade. Because first, you see the point from the performance point of view. First, right hand side has to get evaluated, and that value has to be assigned to the variable on left hand side. So it consumes time. There are two problems. One is the big style what you are writing, complicated style what you are writing. Second one is what? Performance. Okay, first right hand side has to get evaluated, and then the new value has to get given to the variable onto the left hand side. That is why instead of writing the code like this, we can also write x plus is equal to 3. Compound assignment operator. So what happens now? This full thing put together is one operator. Don't think plus is separate, equals is separate. This is one operator, and this operator has been provided to you by Java language. Okay, other languages provide this or not, I don't know. C++ it is there, but Pascal, Fortran and all, I don't know. So now what is the advantage of this? It's like a shortcut for coding. One is its shortcut. Two advantages are there. Earlier one was what? Complicated style of writing, but it is shortcut style of writing. Second thing, it is good in performance. So language gives you more powerful operators for enhancing the performance. So here right hand side has to evaluate, and then it has to assign it to the variable on left side. Here it will operate upon itself. X will be operated upon itself. Okay, x will be operated upon itself, and it will increment by 3 now. It will modify it. And SOPX. See, this is also correct. SOPX will print you what? 5. And SOX is equal to x plus 3, 8. But instead of this, you do this. Result would be same. But don't think these are two operators. This is a single operator. But it is a binary operator. It's a single operator. Both put together. That's why it's called as compound assignment operator. You are having two symbols, no? You are having two symbols, plus equal to. But it is one operator. Don't get confused. Language is giving it to you. Okay. So it is one operator, but they are using two symbols. That's why they call it as compound assignment operator. And it's a binary operator. Why? Because you need this also, x also is needed, 3 also is needed. So it's a binary operator. So all assignment operators are what? Binary operators. They are not unary. Understood? All operators are binary only here. Are you clear with this? Similarly, see, the advantage of using plus equal to is you can add any number to it. Okay, now you might be thinking there is one more something called as plus plus. What is the advantage of this? Plus plus will always increment by 1. Remember that. I have still not come to that. It will increment by 1, or yeah, it will be incrementing by 1. Minus minus will decrement by 1. But here I want to decrement it by 6. So what will I do? X minus is equal to 6. Valid. So very powerful operator. Clear? Similarly, you can do what? Multiplication is equal to, division by is equal to, modular equal to. All that you can try. You want me to type and show you this? This you can follow, no? You can try these things. So are you comfortable with assignment operators? So as all assignment operators are binary operators, value from right. And if you want the syntax for this, see this, variable. This is variable. Then what is this? This is variable. This is operator or operation. And this is the expression or value, we can say. This is the syntax. expression or value, you can say. Yeah. So this value will be taken and the operation will be performed on this variable. This value will be taken, see this value will be taken first and the operation will be performed on this variable. The corresponding, this value will be taken and the corresponding operation will be performed on that variable. That's how it will work. Clear? That's the syntax. That's how the code gets executed. It will operate upon itself. Clear? Any questions? Okay, next I'll move to what? Relational operators. Right, all relational operators are what? Next heading, relational operators. All relational operators are binary operators. All relational operators are binary operators. Next point, relational operators form relational expression. Relational operators form relational expression whose result is a Boolean value. Relational operators form relational expression whose result is a Boolean value. Let's see it with code itself. Int a is equal to 5. Int b is equal to 2. Understood? See, a greater than b. I'm using what operator now? Relational operator. So it's a binary operator. It requires 2 operands now. Okay. It requires 2 operands, so it's definitely a binary operator. Okay. So then this expression is called as what? Relational expression. This expression is called as relational expression. And the result of this expression is what? Boolean value. Remember that. The result of the relational expression is always Boolean value. The result of arithmetic operation is what? Numerical value. Integer or float. But the result of relational operator is always Boolean value. And you have to store it where? In a Boolean data type. Boolean z is equal to. This is possible in Java. Understood? This is one more extra feature what you are finding now. And see, this is not there. So they added this one more operator here. Data type. They added one more data type to store the result of relational operator. Understood? So you can store it like this. Or and if you print SOP Z, it will print you what? True. True, it will print you. Understood? So fine. This is one way. Or other way how you can write the code is, this is also valid. See here, if A greater than B, you can use that relational operator in if conditions. Many times you'll be using it in if condition. And it will be evaluated to what? True. If true means the true block gets, see if and else when you write, whichever gets evaluated to true gets executed. Whatever gets evaluated to true. Understood? SOP welcome. SOP not welcome. So here what will execute? Welcome will execute because A is greater than 3. So welcome will execute. Understood? Are you clear with this? Similarly I can check what? A equal to B also I can check. That's one more relational operator. See there? Not equal to I can check. Here also I can store A equal to B. But now that is assigned. This is what now? This is comparison operator. Okay, see this is greater than, if you want the details, if you want you can write. What are these operators one by one? Greater than, lesser than, I think more you know all this. Greater than, lesser than, then greater than, lesser than. The next one would be what? Greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, then what is the next operator? Yes, these are very important. See, these are very important for us. This one, what is this operator? Comparison operator. Means it checks for equality. Or you can also say it as equality operator. Both they say comparison or equality operator. And the last one would be what? Not equal to. Checks whether it is not equal or not. Not equal to operator. Yeah? These are the operators. So you can use it now. Use it here only. See here. You can substitute the values here. A greater than B is true. Remove that. You can say greater than or equal to. True. Like that you can go on printing the value. Yeah? And the same can be used in if condition also. Yeah? Do you want me to type and show this? Not required? Fine. Then next, which one? Logical operators. Fast. Shall I clear all this? Logical. In this, write in this, write the notes, in this one, ampersand, double ampersand, and write like this, double ampersand and this symbol are binary operators. In this, double ampersand and this one, piping, okay, two symbols are binary operators. Right, the first point. In this one and this one are binary operators. But not is a unary operator. So this one, this not is a unary operator. See, this and this are binary. Simple. That's what I am trying to say. But not is a unary operator. Next, logical operators form logical expression. Logical operators form logical expression whose result is a Boolean value. Next point, operands of logical operator must be of Boolean type. Operands of logical operator must be of Boolean type. So first take off one table, then we'll see this. I think I'll write a small table. It should be easy for you. So this table is very important now. You know all this, almost all. I'll take A and B now, and you start saying A and B. A or B, not A. I'm using all the operators here and showing you. You can say true, true, false, false. True here, true, false, true, false. Now start telling true and true. Logical operators. You are performing logical operation. That time what will happen? True and true will become what? True, the result. True and false becomes what? False. False and true, false. False and false, false. Means in and both should be true. Then only it will be true. Okay, then in or, it's optional. If any one is true, it will become true or true, true. True or false, true. False or true, true. False or false, false. Now not operator. Not or works on only one of this one now. Okay. So here see, not true means false. Not true means false. Not A. Not A means not true. Not true. Not false means what? True. True. Finish this table. We'll see with an example now. So logical operator. See this. Very simple. See this. Int A is equal to 5. Int B is equal to 2. Int X is equal to 10. Int Y is equal to 10. See now, very interesting. If X is greater than Y, I am doing two conditional checks now. If X is greater than Y and okay, Yx is, sorry, one second. If A is greater than B and X is equal to Y, fine, you can write a condition like this. So here both the conditions should be evaluated to what? True. Understood? So this expression, what you're saying, see, we are having a combination of what here? Relational plus logical. But the result of relational operator is what? The result of this is a relational expression. This is also a relational expression, remember that. And the result of this would be what? Result is Boolean. Here also result is what? Boolean. So I told you very clearly in the point, when you are using a logical operator, both the operand should be of type what? Boolean. Both operands should be Boolean. Now this will become one operand. Means when the result comes out, that is one operand. When the result comes out this side, that's one operand. So this entire thing now means, now this one, once the result comes, now this becomes what? Logical expression. Now this becomes a logical expression. And the result of logical expression is what now? Boolean value. The result of logical expression is Boolean. Means it will be evaluated to true now. True and true is what? True. And if condition executes. If condition executes now. Are you clear with this? You should be experts in writing this code. So when you're writing logics, all these are important now. See, you failed. If you want to write good logics, work on basics. Logic is very simple. You simply struggle to write logic unnecessarily. There's nothing to struggle here. You can see it's very clear. Clear? So are you clear with the logical? And now see more we can see now. Supposingly, this is done. I've shown here ampersand. If I want, I can go with what? Or. Or also I can use. And here I'll see here. See, this is a relational operator I'm using. What operator? Not equal to. This is also relational operator. This is also relational. But finally it gets evaluated to what? Boolean. This also gets evaluated to Boolean. Now, A is greater than B. True. X is not equal to Y. False. True and false. This becomes true now. This becomes false. Earlier it was true and true. But this time it is what? This is true. This is false. True or false becomes what? True. Understood? If you make it as AND now, very interesting. What will happen? False it will become now. Because true and false becomes false. Little you manipulate, you'll get the idea. Yeah? Any questions? Okay. So now I'll show you this and or over. I'll show you not operator. Okay. This not operator. See, this is another example for that. Boolean B is equal to false. I've shown you already this. I've already shown you this coding. So now see this. If B, I've shown you in this Boolean data type now. If B means what? If and else now. SOP not welcome. SOP welcome. I told you many times, I have told you this. Whichever gets evaluated to true, that gets executed. So if this is false, obviously else is true. But I want to negate it. So what I'll do? If not B. It becomes what now? True. It becomes true. Then if condition will get executed. Understood? The same I'll do ulta now. See here. If B is equal to true. That time if not true becomes what? False it becomes. Are you getting clearer now? Are you getting clearer? So that's how the logical operators work. Clear? So take any doubts here? Take the next one. So you can see how rich Java is in operators. To learn it might be little headache, but once you learn it, you can write powerful logics now. Because in your writing logics, you need all this support. And suddenly in the program, you don't find this support, what will happen? You will have to learn new language. Understood? That's the only option. But here you are having full support for all your. You are the person who is interested to write logic now. So if you want to write logic, then this support is obviously needed now. Yes or no? Okay. Take the next one now. No questions there now? Logical operators, increment and decrement operators. Both are unary operator. Both are unary operator. Shall I clear the table? Table and all are clear, no? Okay. Both are unary operator. Then write plus plus means increment operator. Right, like this. Plus plus means that's one symbol. That's actually called as a increment operator. Plus plus is an increment operator. Plus plus is an means this symbol you write when plus plus. To dictate it's difficult. Okay, plus plus is an increment operator which increments the operand by is an increment operator which increments the operand by one value. One value. Understand? No? One value. Then next, same you write ulta here. Minus minus is a decrement operator. Minus minus is a decrement operator which decrements the operand by one value. Which decrements the operand by one value. Next point. A prefix operator. Put in bracket now. What do you mean by prefix? Put in bracket, open bracket. A prefix operator. When used before the operand. Close the bracket. First adds or subtracts. Close the bracket. First adds or subtracts to the operand. First adds or subtracts 1 to the operand. Adds or subtracts 1 to the operand, and then the result is assigned. To the variable on left. Next point. And then the result is assigned to the variable on the left. Next point. A suffix operator. Open bracket. A suffix operator when used after the operand. A suffix operator, open the bracket, when used after the operand. A suffix operator, open the bracket, when used after the operand. Close the bracket. First assigns the value to the variable. First assigns the value to the variable on left. And then adds or subtracts. First assigns the value to the variable on left and then adds or subtracts. 1 from the operand. Done? Next point. Both are used extensively in for and while loops. You know for loop and while loop, no? So you'll be using this extensively there. Write note actually. I have given the point already. Write note. They can be prefix or they can be used as prefix or suffix. Okay, we'll see it with an example now. Class demo. PSVM int a is equal to 5. Now I want to increment the value of a. The requirement is I want to increment the value of a by 1. So I can do it. How will I do it? A is equal to a plus 1. Yes or no? But again, it brings down the performance and a long way of writing the code. A very long way of, one problem is what? Big way of writing the code, complicated way. Okay, you always look for shortcut, no? Yes or no? You have a habit of looking for what? Always. Shortcut, no? Look for shortcut, no? So this is long cut, which you don't like. Yes or no? So that's why what they do? They give you shortcut. Here what is happening? First operation has to be performed. Addition operation. And that value will be assigned to A. Same problem. Performance will reduce. So that's why this language is giving you a very powerful operator. Plus plus. So if you do this, definitely it will print you what? See this result leave, it will print 6, we know that. But let us take this result now. SOP A, what is the result? 6. 5 plus 1 is what? 6, and it increments always by 1, remember that. It is not like this, which one compound assignment operator. In compound assignment operator you can increment to any value. But here always it is incremented by 1 only. What is the use? You will find this use where? In loops. For loop, while loop, there you will find very great advantage of this. Here simple we are seeing example, but there you will find great advantages of this. So that's why language gives you all this support. Now see, plus plus A. What is the result? So here it prints 6, here it prints 7. Now I might ask, what is so big thing about this? What is the difference between what? If I use it here, means after the operand, or if I use it before the operand. What? Here you will not find any difference. But the real difference of this operator comes when you are using in a expression. When you are using it in a expression. Let's see that now. Another example now. Int A is equal to 5. Now int P is equal to 0. Now very interesting, see this. P is equal to A plus plus. SOP A, SOP P. Can you predict what is the result? So here A will print 5, P also will print 5. Now here very interesting. Here what happens is, see now you are using assignment plus increment operator. Here first you are using post increment. This is called as what? Post increment. Post increment means, or it's called as suffix. Suffix now. You have used it as suffix. So if you use it as suffix, what happens? First it will obtain the value. See how the JVM works is, first it will get the value, it will obtain the value. Assign it to P. First the value of A is obtained. First the value of A is obtained. It will assign it to P, that is 5. And then A will get incremented. First the value will be obtained. What is the value of A? 5. That is assigned to P. What is the value of P now? 5. Now A value will get incremented. So what will be the value of P now? 5 itself. No, A will be 6, sorry. A will be 6, P will be 5. Sorry for that. Yeah? So because why P is not 6? First value was obtained, given to P. 5 value was obtained, given to P, and now A gets incremented. So that's why it will become, P will become 5 and P remains as 5 and A will become 6. But after this line, see, after this line completes execution, by the time it comes here, A has been modified to what? 6. First it will, see, this line has to execute now. You know, all languages execute line by line. So when it is executing this line, one line, what happens? First value will be given, then A will be incremented. So by the time it moves from this line to this line, A has been incremented. That line completes the execution now. So and it will move to next line. Are you clear? So fine. So this is how it happens. But see this one now. This is, okay, now P, A is 6. Now see this. After this what you do? Now I'll say again, P is equal to plus plus A. Now what will happen? First value will be obtained. It will be incremented. It will be incremented by how much? 1. It will always be incremented by 1. And then it is given to P. So only one line. It has to complete the execution. So after this entire line completes execution, then the control will move to next line. So what is the value of P and A now? So A is also 7, P is also 7. Check this out. Yeah? Same way you can apply it for what? Decrement operator. Yeah? So here what happens? First value will be obtained, it will be obtained, but it will be incremented. And that value is assigned to P. Value is obtained, incrementation happens, that value will be assigned to P, and then the control will move to next line. That line completes execution. So A is also incremented, P value is also assigned, and it will print 7 and 7. Clear this? Any questions? Next try it. Ternary operator. Ternary operator. Ternary operator. It is used to perform simple conditional checks. It is used to perform simple conditional checks. It is used to perform simple conditional check. See the syntax here? Syntax would be variable is equal to, and write condition. This is the syntax. question mark, expression 1 colon expression 2. This is the syntax. Example is like I want to store the maximum of two variables. So a greater than b, question mark, a colon b. This is an example. This is the syntax and this is the example for it. See, this is called as true block and this is called as false block. And this is called as condition. See how it works is, this is a ternary operator. I'll give the notes, just see this first. First this operation will be performed, the condition will be checked. If true means, this is called as true block. The value of A, if true block gets executed, once true block executes, what it will do? The value in this A will be assigned to max. If false happens, the false block gets executed. False block it is called. And the value stored in B will be assigned to max. Clear? So write some notes. First condition will be evaluated. First condition will be evaluated. And if condition is true, first condition will be evaluated. And if the condition is true, then the true block value will be assigned to the variable. If the condition is false, then false block value will be assigned to the variable. If the condition is false, then false block value will be assigned to the variable. Clear? We'll see it with an example only. Supposingly there are two numbers. I put it into program now. This code, same thing. Int a is equal to 5, int b is equal to 2. Now I have to write a logic. See, these values will come dynamically. Later you'll understand. So now there is one more variable called as max is equal to 0. Now this max variable should be initialized with the highest among the two. Which one is highest we don't know because they'll come dynamically. So whatever, because here I am hard coded. Later on they'll come dynamically. So whatever comes is highest now, that value should be stored in what? Max variable. So you have to write the logic for it now. So these are the kind of logics we start writing later. So how will you write this now? A very simple logic given now. There are two variables. The highest in that variable should be stored into a third variable. The highest of the two variables should be stored into a third variable. That's it. Which one is high? Fine. You find it out and store it into the third variable. So that time you can use this. It will be very helpful for you now. So like this language gives you the support now. Max is equal to A greater than B, A colon B. Simple, over. Only one line. So first the condition is evaluated. Understood? A greater than B. If the condition is true, which block gets executed? True block will be executed and the value of this will be assigned to the max variable. You saw that now? If true block gets executed and that value will be assigned. If otherwise, if it is false, false block gets executed and that value will be assigned to that variable. Finished, over. SOP max will print what now? 5. You want me to type and show? No? So it's as simple as this. So if the value is greater, then true block value will be assigned to the variable. If the value is lesser, false block value will be only true. If it is greater, this only one thing now. If it is A is greater than B, A will be assigned. If supposingly 12, change it. Now value of B will be assigned. A is not greater than B now. False now. So what will be assigned now? 12 will be assigned. But they will come dynamically. Clear? So tomorrow I will show you how you get the value dynamically. Next, the next operator. That's all about ternary. If you want to type and show, I'll show it. No problem, no? Fine. New. Next one, new operator. Next one is new operator. It is used for creating. It is used for creating instances. It is used for creating instances or objects of a class. Objects of class. It is used for creating instances or objects of class. This point you will not understand now. Leave it. We will be seeing it later. But this one, operator. Java considers this as operator. Next one, instance of. Next one, instance of. Instance of. It is used to check. Instance of this operator is going. It is used to check a given object. It is used to check a given object is of a particular class type or not. Class type or not. Just write is of a particular class type, that's sufficient. Is of a particular class type. I'll repeat it. It's used to check a given object is of a particular class type. That's it. Understood? Full stop. Continue. One more point. Continue. Instance of operator. Write I small. Don't write because it's the first thing. No, don't write I in caps. Instance of operator can obtain runtime information about an object. Instance of operator can obtain runtime information about an object. Instance of operator can obtain runtime information about an object. Clear? This point also we will not discuss. New operator and which one instance of operator. We will see it later. Now the last one, bitwise operators. Bitwise operators. See, bitwise operators, they are not important in Java. We never use it for coding. Rest all operators what you learnt are very, very important. I put sufficient time for you teaching that. Understood? We never use bitwise operator in Java. Nor it is there in your SCJP exam also. Nor it is there in your SCJP. There is an SCJP exam. We write it for Sun. We write for Java exam. We write it with the Sun company. You know what is SCJP exam now? It's on certification of what you get. Means after learning Java, you'll get certified. From where? Not from me. From the main company, Sun itself. They'll give you a certificate. You write that exam and they'll give you a certificate. That carries high weightage. Supposingly you are in college, campus and all that. If you show that certificate, there are high chances for you to get the job. Understood? So in that certification exam also, this is not there. Bitwise operator. But I'll just cover it for one particular purpose. One purpose is your pamphlet problem. Sir did not teach. Understood? And the second one would be, it will give little clarity in operators also. That also one reason is there. But we will not use it. I'm telling you very clearly, we don't use this because you'll always have a confusion between, see this, logical operator and bitwise operator. To clear that doubt, I will teach you. Not required. Okay, but just you should know if I use single ampersand, what happens. Now that time it will be considered as bitwise operator. So always compulsory you have to use what? Double ampersand only. And means you have to use double ampersand. Don't use single operand. Understood? It will create problems. So that due to clarify that doubt, I am teaching you this. Not important. Okay. So right now, bitwise operator heading. They are used for manipulating the bit values. They are used for manipulating the bit values. They are used for manipulating the bit values. They work upon the individual bits of their operands. They work upon the individual bits of their operands. They work upon the individual bits of their operands. They work upon their individual THEIR. They work upon their THEIR, their individual bits. So they will work upon their. One second, I'll just rephrase the statement. They, I'll write it off here. They work upon the individual bits of their operands. Clear? So we have to study all these operators now. I'll clear all this now. I need space, so I'll clear it off. So I'm going with the last operator, bitwise operator. Let's see what is this and all this. Clear? I'll write it again. I clear now? Not required now. So the last operator will finish it off fast. Not important, and don't break your head on that also. In C you spend half of your lifetime on what? Bitwise operator. Why? Because there it is important. I'm not saying no. Because that's system side programming. In application side programming we don't work with all these operators. In application logics now, we will not get the requirement to work on this one. That's why we don't focus more on that. So the last operator, don't bother. See, I have to highlight what is important, what is not important. Otherwise, you'll waste time. Understood? But at the same time, I can't skip also. Because you'll not leave me to skip. Sir, I paid money. Yes or no? Teach me. So a lot of things are there to learn. Okay, what is important, you focus. I'll teach it. But don't go more deeper into that. Okay, let's see now. You can start coding. Which one? File new. What you will do? 1 second. Before I continue. Yes. The first one. This is called as what? Right shift operator. The next one is called as what? Left shift operator. Then the next one. What is the next one? Single one. Bitwise AND operator. Is bitwise AND. Then single one is bitwise OR operator. I'll give you the table for these 4 operators, then I'll start teaching you this. Okay. So sometimes bit, see they work on the bits. You know what is bit now? In the memory, your value is stored in the bit. So they'll be working upon that, these bitwise operators. So if you have A and B, see this table now. If A bit means in A, if the bits are 1 and in B the bit is 1, 1 and 1, what will happen? A and N, A and B. 1 and 1 is 1. 1 and 0 is 0. 0 and 1 is 0. 0, 0 is 0. Now A or B, next one. 1 or 0? 1. 0 or 1? 1. 0 or 0? 0. This you do know. Like see, if 1 and 1 it will be 1, 1 or 1 and 0 will be 0, like something same like true and false. Understood? 0 and 1 will be, sorry, 0 only, 0 and 0 will be 0, it is AND. But now see, OR means 1 or 1 will be 1, 1 or 0 would be 1, 0 or 1 would be 1, 0, 0 would be 0. Now let's see what is exclusive OR. In exclusive OR what happens now? If both are 1, 0, 1 or 0, 1, 0 or 1, 1, 0, 0 also 0. Means only one should be 1 here. Both are 0 also 0, both are 1 also 0. That is exclusive OR. Or exclusive OR. The last one now, not A. You know it negates it. Simple. Not 1 means 0, 0, not A here. 1, 1. So we have to see it with example. What is the effect? So let's see this. First I'll just explain you one concept here, then I'll continue with coding. So let's see now. So here, int A is equal to 5. Okay, I'll first teach you which operator, right shift operator. So in the memory, int A will be represented like this. A will be represented as what? 8 bits, 2, 3, I'll write it big, I need space. One, two, three, four. See, in fact, 32 bits of memory will be there. I can't write it. I'm just taking what? Last 8 bits. So totally 32 bits will be there. But I'm just working because on this 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. 5 is stored like this now. So consider this as 8 bits. Last 8 bits. And 5 in the last 8 bits will be stored like this. So now I will say int B is equal to, int B is equal to, I'm going to give a value now. To which one? B. Okay. But how will I give? A right shift of 1. So I am using which operator here now? I am going to assign the value, but I am using right shift operator. So if you use right shift operator, it moves the bits by one level. Okay, so now what happens? This value will be lost now, it goes outside. The value of 1 will go outside. Now it will be finally A in B. See, this is A. So in B what happens? See, this is the same 32 bits, B also. But what happens when the value is getting stored here? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1 will be pushed that side. So 0, 1, 0 will happen. One bit it moves outside. That's it. Right shift. You're shifting it to the right side. Understood? And SOP B, if you print, what would be the result? You know, can you guess? 2. That's it. But again, if you again shift it, again if you shift, again it will go outside. Means if I shift it to 2, what will happen? 2 bits will go away. That time value of B will be 1. If I shift it to 3 bits, value of B will be 0 now. So the more you go on shifting, it will become, means if the bits, once the bit goes outside, your value is lost. If your bit, means if the 1 bit, the one which is there now, when you move the right shift, when you use the right shift operator, and if the bits are moved outside now, the value will be lost. So be careful. Understood? That's it. We don't use all this, don't worry. But one interesting thing now to notice, if you do right shift now, what happens is, the answer can be easily predicted. See this now. Int A is equal to 10. You move right side now. What will happen? 1 bit will move that side. And the value in B will be what? 5. 100% guaranteed. It's like dividing by 2. Right shift operator result is nothing but division by 2. See, if you want, you can see here. How is 10 represented in binary?
1,
0, 1, 0, sure? Yeah, 1, 0, 1, 0. So 1, 0, 1, 0. So fine. So now I'll right shift now. 1. If I right shift it to 1, what happens? It will move this side. So what will be the result now? 1, 0, 1. What is the 1, 0, 1 now? 5. And the same if I write means divided by 2. Now if I move 2 places, what will happen? 5 divided by, means divided by 2, divide by 2 again. So divide it like this. We are 10 divided by 2 into 2. That's all. So first it will be 5. Don't divide directly. First 10 by 2, 5. The result divided by 2. It will be 2. The fraction will go. Okay, it will become 2. Again if you move 3 shifts. So that time it will be what? 1. 2 by 2 is what? 1. Again you move 4, 0 it will be now. So every time you shift the bit, it will be dividing by 1. How many bits you shift, that many division by 2 will go on happening. So right shift is nothing but division by 2. Left shift is nothing but what? multiplication by 2, that's it. One bit you go that side, one will get incremented, that's it. That's how the value gets, it means you can guess the value. You can guess the value. If I do one right shift, what will happen? If I do one left shift, what will happen? You can guess the value. Okay. But anyway, the value here, it is what is bitwise operator doing actually, it's manipulating the bits now. That's what it does. So I show you this output and then we'll continue with what? The other operators. This is not very important, don't bother. Just for your comfortness, if you want, you can. I'm teaching you, but don't practice more of this. So class bitwise operator demo you can take. Save the file. Yes, no, say this. Int A is equal to 5. Int B is equal to A greater 1. If you want, you can print. I am shifting it by 1. Right shift. Done. Let's compile and execute. So the value of A is 5, but when it was assigning, it is, and given to B it is 2. Let's take 10. As I told you, it will be interesting now. See, 10 I will right shift by what? 1. So the result in A will be what? 5. Sorry, the result in B will be 5. Getting it? Dividing by 2. If I right shift 2, what will happen? It will be 2. The result will be 2. Means 10 by 5, 5 by 2. Now if I say 3, so you lose the value. Remember that. As you go on shifting, you lose the value. 10 and 3 means 10 and 1. If 4 means, now it will be 0. So this is right shift. All the bits have moved to the right side. Means it will move and then it will assign. Means it has to assign, no. It will take that value, shift all the bits and then it will assign the value. A value is not changed. A value remains as it is. And the next, if you want, you can go with what? Left shift. We'll take a small value 5 and I'll start moving towards the left now. So this you calculate. 1. What will be the result? Can you guess? 10. 100% it will be 10. If I move to, you start calculating. 1 bit you move that side. Obviously it will become what? 2 means it will become what? 10 into 2, 20. 5 into 2 into 2 man. Understood? So again 3 means 40. Goes on. Clear? So that's about left shift and right shift. Don't bother much. So the next one is which one now? Bitwise and. We'll see this. This will be, I'll first talk about theory, then I'll come back to this one. Shall I clear this now? See, I'll take very simple values, which will be easy for us to deal here. Byte A is equal to, int I'll take. Int A is equal to 5, int B is equal to 6. So in memory what happens is, so this is A. Again 32 bits will be there, but I'll take what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll take only 8 bits. What is the binary value of 6? 2, 3, 4. So 5 is 101, I know that. This one will be what?
0, 1, 1, 0.
Okay, correct, huh? Okay, yes, it's correct. So then fine. So we are having two operands now, two operands. We'll start using which operator now? Which one? Bitwise and or not, all that we'll use. So let's see what happens. I'll use first A and B, and the result I store it in what? Int C. Let's see what happens. I'm using the ampersand operator, single operation, ampersand. Okay, so let's see what happens. So see, this is for which operator now? The result what you're seeing now is for which operator? This is bitwise AND operator. Let's see what happens. So the result in C would be like this. What would be the result, you guess now? 1 and 0. So 1 and 0 is what? 0. Yes. 0 and 1 is 0 and 0. 1 and 1 is what? 1. All this will be 0, 0 now. 0 and 0, 0 and 0, 0 and 0. So like that, it will start comparing. Clear? So then next, if I want, I can go with what? Int C. I'll go with P, Q. This will become P. Now P will have this value. What will be the value of P now? 4. Correct? Huh? The value of P will be 4 now. Next, int Q is equal to A or B. Now let's see what happens. So this is P now. So I'm using which operator now? OR operator. So this is bitwise OR operator. Let's see what happens. OR operator. So that result will be stored in what? So this is OR and this result is Q now. So tell me now. So 1 or 0. 1 or 0 would be what? 1. 0 or 1 would be what? 1. 1 or 1 would be what? 1. 0 or 0? 0. Leave this, sir. Don't consider this now. Only compare these two. 1 or 0 is 1. 0 or 1 is 1. 1 or 1 is 1. 0 or 0 is 0. Like that, 0 or 0, 0 or 0, 0 all will become 1. So what is the value of Q now? 1, 1, 1 is nothing but 7. That's it. SOPQ means SOPP you print. This will print what? 4. SOPQ you print what? It prints 7. Next, you'll see int R is equal to A not, I'll take A not B. Sorry, A not B. So what is this not operator now? This operator, not. Bitwise not operator. Okay. So what happens now this time? So not, sorry, I'm sorry for this. Not A, not B. It is not A. Sorry for that. Not A. So take only A now. See only A. So 1, not 1 means 0. Not 0 means 1. Not 1 means 0. Now 0, 0 all will become what? 1, 1, 1, 1. It will be a very big value now. All the 32 bits will be filled with what? 1, 1, 1, 1 like that. 8 I have written. Again 24 bits will be filled with 1. So the result is very difficult to predict. Let's see it there itself. Understood? So next, int S, because you have to sit and calculate now. 2 into becomes very big. Okay. So S is equal to last one. A exclusive or B. Now again take A and B. Exclusive or, this is, see this was bitwise AND. This is bitwise OR. This is bitwise NOT. And this was stored in R. Last one is S. This is exclusive OR. Or what will S contain now? S contains what value? 1, 2.
1, 1.
So 1 or 0 will be what? 1. 0 or 1 would be what? 1. 1 or 1 will be what? 0. 1 or 1 would be 0. Then 0 0 0 0 0 0 means either of 1 should be 0, 1 here. If both are 0 also 0, both are 1 also 0. Either of one should be 1. Then it will become 1. So what will be the result of this? 3. So SOPS would print 3. That's all about bitwise. I'll just show you the output and we'll finish it now. Yeah? Don't bother too much about this. So if you use single now, it becomes bitwise operator. So you have for logical operators you have to always use double ampersand only. Yeah? So let's start seeing now. Int a is equal to 5. Int b is equal to 6. Now yes, int, go on telling now, int p is equal to what? A and b, no? Correct, huh? Then int q is equal to what? A or p. Then int r is equal to a, not a, no? Not a. Then int s is equal to a exclusive or b. And we'll print all these values now. All the values are print. Value of a is a, value of b is so then p, q, r, s. Here s, q, p, b. Done. This is the output. Compile it and you can execute. 5, 6, 4, 7. So whatever I have written there, 5, a and b is what? 5 and 6. I think very lucky. Okay, a and b is 5, 6. P is what? 4, no? See there, board. P is what? 4. Q is what? 7. This I don't know. R you leave. Big value it is. It will take positive, negative. It will swing. Something will happen. Okay. Means so many bits have been converted to what? 1 no. Positive, negative, anything will happen. Leave it. And the last one is R. S is 3. That's it. Are you clear with this? Okay, so this completes all the operators. But before I complete the class, I'll introduce something called as command line arguments, because from tomorrow we'll start using it extensively and I'll close the class. Okay, we'll get dynamic values from the keyboard. Till now we are hard coding now. So just before I complete, or before we start off which one? Control statements. I'll continue one small topic I'll introduce here and then we'll close the class. Command line arguments. So are you comfortable with all the operators? Are you all comfortable? So it is very rich in operators. But you can see, even though it is so rich, we learned all the operators in what? Single day. That is the benefit in Java. In C you have to struggle for learning. Bitwise operator will take 1 month. Here I am clearly telling you, don't study only. It is not there, it will not be used. We studied it for only what? Some syllabus purpose. But practical, real life point of view it is never used. Real life point of view it is never used. Rest all operators you focus. Clear this? Okay. So just I'll show you what are command line arguments now and I'll finish the class. That's it. No questions now among all the operators now? See, what are command line arguments? Do you have any idea? Anyway, first thing is basically you don't know what are arguments. You don't know what are arguments. First I'll have to teach you what are arguments. Arguments are values given to methods. There are two things actually, arguments and parameters. Later on we'll be seeing all this. Okay, I'll be talking about all this. There are two things which you have to understand. One is argument and other is parameters. Okay, see supposingly there is one void add int x int y, one method is there. And this method, I'll call it from, I'll be teaching how to write methods later, don't worry. Class demo, public static void main. See, I'll call that method now, add. See, int, I'll have some values here. Just I'm telling you what are arguments and parameters. So int p is equal to 10, int q is equal to 2. Now these two values, I want to give it to x and y. So I'll call the method. Now you call this function now in C. Same thing, and I send p and q. So p and q are actually called as arguments. What you send to the method or function, what values you send. When you send the values, they are called as arguments. So these two are called as arguments. There's a big difference between argument and parameter. Who receives them are called as what? Parameters. Who receives them is called as parameter. Time being, you understand this much. We'll go more deeper into this. What you send are called as argument. Who receives them are called as parameters. Are you clear? Shall I clear this? Nothing more here. I'll be teaching you something called as command line arguments. Now I want to send arguments to main method. You understood the requirement? I want to send the arguments to which method? Not add. I want to send it to main method. So let's see now. That's why what they have done for main. See this. Class demo. Public static void main string args. Carefully notice it's a parameter. It's a parameter of type what? String array. Array it is. Args is a name of the array. I wrote no arrays. How I wrote? Int a. So a is the name. Yes or no? Int is the type. Same as string is the type. Args is the name. Understood? So it's an array of type string. So we can send arguments to main method also. We can send it. Understood? But definitely, first of all, how do you see in programs? See, normal methods you will call directly like this. Main will call add. But now you want to send arguments to main, different story now. Because you have to understand the execution process here. See, when you are having the things like this now, what happens is, shall I clear this? Oh, 1 second, see this. You will compile. Once you compile Java C demo.java, this is the actual way how you execute. You are using shortcuts, that's different. But then the actual way to compile is not using the Java C command. You'll Java C demo.java, it will compile. But once you compile, next how will you execute? Java demo. You know what is the execution process here? Java command actually, path will be searched. You know the story. Path will be searched. Path will locate the exe file. And then JVM will start. Java.exe starts executing, JVM will start. Once the JVM starts, which class it will load into the JVM first? Demo.class. And in that class, it will look for main method. And main method starts off execution. So main method is invoked implicitly by the JVM. Main method is invoked. You have to call the methods. Main method is invoked implicitly by the JVM. But other methods you call. See, you are calling it to the name. But main I am not calling with the name. So the JVM itself will take your name of the class and it will call the main method. Directly it will do it. Okay. So now if you want to send arguments to main now, where you have to send? Here only you have to send. You have to send arguments here itself. And that is why they are called as command line arguments. So you are typing in the command line and giving the arguments to main method. So command line arguments are nothing but sending arguments to main method from command line. Sending arguments to main method from command line itself is called as command line arguments. All language will give this support to you. In C also you got command line arguments now. But there it is not that proper, but here it's very clear. Okay, so you can send the arguments, and whatever arguments you give now will be stored where now? In this array. Understood? So values will come dynamically. See now if I send some values like 10, 20 or 10, 20, 30. Values will be there where now? In the args. And how will the values be present there now? It's an array now. Till now we are not using it. So the length of that, if you, till now you have written so many programs. Simply print there args.length. It will print you what? 0. But you type this and now print args.length. It will print you 3. The size of the array is 3 now. Because you have sent 3 values now. And how it will be stored in that array now? This is how it will be stored. In args of 0, args of 1, args of 2. What will be the values? 10, 20, 30.
I have to give that double quotes.
Nothing, just type it. Space.
String is
Double quotes.
arrays of type string. We are passing.
No problem. You give it however you want. you give it, you type it in whatever format you want. He is asking me, should I type it in double quotes like this? When you are typing in which one command prompt? Nothing. Just type 10, 20, 30. It will automatically take it as what? String only. So you give any value here, not only this 10, 20, 30. If I say hello, how are you? I'll show you both today. Hello, how are you? So if I type like this also, in args of 0, what will be the value? What will be the length of the array now? Hello, how are, means in args of 0, what will be the value? Hello. Args of 1, how. Args of 2, are. Args of 3, what it will be? Means in this case, if I type 10, 20, 30, it will have these three, only this one. If I send 4 values, so the size of the array will increase. How many values you send? It will increase. Whatever you send, it will be taken as string and stored. Now when you are using, you should be careful. When you are using that value, you should be careful. If you want to use it as string, no problem. But if you want to do addition, subtraction and all that, string has to be converted to what? Int. Understood? I showed you how to convert a string to int now. That you'll have to use it here. So that's why I taught you all that now. So okay. Supposingly, I'll show you how to send it today and I'll print the values. Now, if you want, you can access the value. How will I access the value? Supposingly, I take this case, args of 1. The return type will be always what? String only. Remember that. It will not be int. So SOP S1. In which one? 10, 20, 30 case, S1 will be what? 10. Sorry, 20. You are getting it from which index? First index. You are getting it in first index, it will be 20. But in this case, what will be the value of 1? How? If I send the value, hello, how are you? The value of 1 will be this one. If I say 2 now, what will be the result? In this case, 10, 20, 30, value of that will be, S1 will be 30. But in this case, it will be R. See here, it is clearly written. Understood? So, means it depends on what you send now. I can send this, I am sending two things. One is this, the other case is this. In the first case, 2 will be having what value? Hello, how are? Means 2 it will be having. Means R it will be having, ARE. In the second case, 2 is what? 0, 1, 2, index 30. Understood? So it will be stored. If you want, you can write a loop also here. That also I will show you. So PS1, you can write a loop. For int I is equal to 0, I less than args dot length I plus plus. You can write, and I can print some logic also. I can print all the values. Understood? Let me show you how to do it. Shall I clear all this now? I'll write the loop and show it to you. See, the loop would be like this. For int I is equal to 0, I less than args dot length I plus plus. Now we have used all operator. Anyway, tomorrow I will be talking control statements. They will understand more clearly. So SOP value in plus I plus index is, you know how to print now, I've shown you all this, plus args of I. See, today I am only getting the value. Tomorrow I start using the value. Today I am just getting the value. Understood? Tomorrow we will start using the value. So this is command line arguments. So let's see this output now. Yeah? So almost all we have to start writing logics now, from now. Understood? So file new, I'll write Java file. Command line argument demo. So arguments passed from command line to main method are called as command line arguments. So I'll give the name now, another folder, new folder. What I'll give? 6B. Today one more concept. What? Command line. And this name, what will you do? You make it as 6A. So when there are two topics in one day, change the name like that. Change that name. Okay. Okay, so this See right now simply I'll print system dot out dot println args dot length. It's an array, you can print it, and length of the array is, I'll print something. Okay, let's see. Hello world also it will print. I'll print 0 also because I have not sent any values. Okay, if you want you can send now. But to send I cannot do control 2. You have to go to what? Command only and type. So I'll type now. How to go to command line, you know now? Yeah, same story will start. Tomorrow I show you shortcut to reach with like there. Don't worry, just practice and come today. Java examples, core Java, operators, sorry, command line, path you take, Windows or you go DOS prompt, CMD, you know how to go, CD, paste, so you're in the location, so now you type Java, what will you type? It becomes a bit difficult today because you are typing now here. One small mistake also it will not work. Command line argument demo. Tomorrow I show you shortcuts. It will be easy. Java command line demo. So I'll print execute. It is executing fine, but the length is what? 0. But the same I'll execute. Hello. What is the value? 1. I'll go on increasing. Hello. How? What is the value? 2. But I'm not using it. The value is coming to my program, but I'm not using it. I show you how to use it. So hello, how are? Again, see it is 3. It goes on increasing. Okay, it's a different execution. So I can type even U also. Fine. It means length is 4. But next, how will I use the value now? You can use it. See here. You're getting it. It's stored in the array. So I'll get it now. String yes is equal to get the value args. And I'll say 2, you should get it within the index. Otherwise you'll get what? Array index out of bound exception. So yes. So now you can say if you say 2, see array index. So I'm not sending any values. I said control 2. So no values will go. So I have to execute from there itself. See hello, how are you? I'll send this full line. So what will be the 2 index now? R. This will be stored in what? Hello will be stored in 0th index. How will be stored in first index? R will be stored in second index. So obviously it will print that. Hello, how are you? It will print. Length of the array is 4. I didn't print it. Okay. I have to print it. Value of S2 is. Done. So again go to DOS prompt and you can. Yes, sir. Okay. So again go there and execute. But I have to compile again. That's the thing. Okay, I'll compile from here itself. Compile it here. Execute from there. Hello, how are you? Is R. You can see that now. So if I say args of 0, what will be the value? Compile it. Any changes you do, you have to compile. But execute from there. Because you have to send the command line argument. It will be how? Hello now. Understood? So I can use. One by one you can use the value. If I want I can send a numeric value also. Java, how are you and all that. So I'll print what? Okay, first 1 second. I'll show you this only, then I'll come back to that. Okay, here I will come back. This is the value what we are getting. I'll show you how to use the loop now. You getting it now how to use the loop? For int I equal to 0, I less than args dot length I plus plus. So what will you do now? It's up to you now. You can print now. System dot out dot println value in plus I index is plus what will I print? I can print all the values, args of I. So it will print, see now we are accessing the values one by one, so it will print everything. Are you clear? So compile it, where is the error? I less than arg start length.
Sir, plus.
After it.
Okay, it compiles, now execute from there. So now see it prints, how are you? Value in 0th index is hello, how are you? It starts printing. Understood? So you'll get the output. So fine, like this you can go on printing. So now if you want, you can send a numerical value also. So I'll send Java hello, how are you? But I'll send what? 10 space 20 space 30. Space is the delimiter. Space is called as the delimiter. As soon as space is there, it will break it and put it into an index. One more space, second index. One more space, another index. One more space, another index. So 10, 20, 30. Fine. 10, 20, 30 now. But it's of type string. See, I got the value as what here? I'm sending 10 there. Whatever you want to send, but I'll be getting it as string. Now if I want to do addition, what should I do? I should say, first I'll get the value. See this, I'll try to add two numbers now. I'll comment all this. And I'll try to add two numbers. Now we'll start getting dynamic value now. See, I want to add two numbers. See, string S1 is equal to so and so. String S2 is equal to marks of 1. And after that, I'll say int. See, if I try to add, remember the result is what? Now all your basics will come into picture. Whatever you put effort now, it's paying off now. See this, string S3 is equal to S1 plus S2. Forget this part, second part you forget. This one, assume that I have not written this. So if you are doing an operation between two operands, and if the both operands are of type string, the result is what? String. Concatenation. It's not addition. Understood? I taught you in the basics. Now you see when the values come dynamically, it will become very clear to you. So I don't want to add now. Sorry, I don't want to concatenate. I want to add. So let's see this first. So I can say value of S1, I'll print all the values. Value of S1 is plus S1. Value of S2, value of S3, and you can see the result. So the delimiter space, remember that, compile it here itself, no issues, you can go and execute here. Now I'm sending the value, Java demo 10 and 20. So you can see it prints 10, 1020. If I want, I can send even Java demo, hello, how are you? Hello, how? Fine, it will append and print. Okay, so fine, this is how it works. But I want to do addition now. I don't want to do concatenation. So now you have to do what? Int x is equal to integer dot parse int of what? S1. Now see, all the basics what you learned is paying off now. Int y is equal to integer dot. So be strong in basics. You are only giving the answers. And definitely I can print int z is equal to what? X plus y. So I'll print all the values. Value of x is plus x. Can print now. Y z. Y z. Again you can do now. Now perfectly it will do. But remember, you should not send hello and how now. You should pass 10 and 20. Now that can be converted to what? Now that string can be converted to int. But if I send hello and how, can I add these two? It cannot convert to what? Concatenation can happen, but I cannot use addition. Means which program, where the program will fail? The program will fail. Up till here it will execute. but this line will fail because the hello cannot be converted to int. You had asked a very valid question. Got it now? So see this. See till where it is printing, length of the array is 2, value of s1 is hello, value of s2 is how. Understood? So all these lines got executed. Value of s1, value of s2, all it got executed. But when it comes to integer.parseInt s1, there the execution stops. It is terminating. The program has got terminated. It's not getting executed. And an exception occurs. What exception is occurring? Number format exception occurs. We'll see how to handle exceptions later. But this is what happens. So don't try to convert a string value, which is means always you should parse a string value which is holding a numerical value. Means if you parse a numerical value of type string, then you'll get int. If you parse a numerical value of type string, then you'll get int. But if you parse a string value which is a pure string value, you will not get the int. Clear this? So be careful. So I just showed you how to get the values from command line now and dynamically now. So slowly we have started writing the program. So practice all this. Later on it becomes very interesting. Tomorrow I'll be going with what? Control statements. Control statements. Very interesting now. If, else. And that completes what? Java language. That's it. Java language will be over now. Within 2 weeks you completed what? Syntax of Java language. Full C now. Is there any difference you are finding? Some extra might be there, but whatever is there is coming from where? C itself. So since you complain, I don't know C, I don't know C++, I want to learn Java, I'm covering it for you. Similarly, comfortably you can learn what? Oops also. Very comfortably you can learn. So that is clear with this now. So any questions you are having, ask, else we'll complete it now. Clear? Okay, that's it.